Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to take this opportunity right now to say thank you very much for each and every one of you tuning in this evening and getting back to the one and only The Square Table. This is the place where we talk about everything. I have my business partner on the other side who is definitely controlling the board while he's working his way slowly back to us, honey. He is in transit on today, but I have the responsibility of bringing my beautiful people. So today we're going to talk a little bit about making it easy when our jobs are really really hard. And here we are, celebrity interviewer. Okay, Asset Management. This is his show, and we are all here for you. So we definitely have Ashley Legz, honey. She is on her way to us. She's going to be here in a few. We have Dean Chi-Town Teddy Bear, who is joining us, and also the wonderful Empress Sharon. How are you, love?
I'm great, and I'm glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me to the square table.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. And Dean, how are you? I know that you are in the background, honey, make some light to us. Make some light to us so we can have our conversation. Okay, so he fell off and he should be getting back on. Everyone is in transit, guys, okay? Because that's what's happening. This is like the last week of the year. So
Yes,
everyone is doing their things, their last minute everythings. But we are here and we're gonna make the best of it because that's what we do.
that's what we do.
So how are you, Sharon? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I wrote a book about our stolen history. You know, what happened to Black people, African Americans, before 1619, well, in 1619, you know, how slavery affected our people, and you know how we're out of place as a people group, and we don't know what happened to us. It's like we just fell on the continent of Africa, and we don't know anything else more about ourselves. So the
Right.
Lord allowed me to, you know, find a lot of information. I base it off the Bible. I base it off of the apocryphal books that were taken out the Bible, um, and world history books that, you know, give some information about who we are. And then I tell about how we're kings and queens and royalty. And I put it all together, and I have pictures and everything to show, you know, how we were as a people before any of this ever happened to us. So that's who I am. And I'm a spiritual biblical teacher who is also a historian.
See, we're gonna have to stay connected even after this.
Yes, ma'am.
We all need a little bit of history. We all need to know a little bit of, where we come from, where it started, how it started. Most of us grow up, in school learning one thing and then it
Mm-hmm.
becomes another,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like, you're kind of like a little bit lost. Like myself, even myself, growing up in the Virgin Islands, we learned the good things about history.
Okay.
And then it's like, okay, what happened to the bad stuff? Because there's some bad stuff here. Nobody wants to talk about it. And then you have to
Yes.
kind of like get off the island. You come to the mainland, and then you are in a place like Georgia, where it's this all separation. Sometimes still there is a little segregation here and there, if it's not physically or it's in the minds of
Mm-hmm.
folks. So you kind of
Mm-hmm.
like you're stuck in the middle. Like, okay, why are these folks looking at me like this, or I have this accent, or what's with that? And it's all this the negativity. You can almost feel it in the air, and
Mm-hmm.
it comes from a lot of the history that they know that I don't know.
Yes, definitely. You know, and then you can feel it, you know, sometimes it's very subtle, but you know it's there, you know?
Yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
definitely,
So we're
definitely.
affected, yes.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about making it easy or making things look easy when they're really hard, because that is the topic for today. Because we have a way of wearing many hats, but at the same token, we make things look very easy to others. And how does that, like, or how does it, or has it affected you in your past as far as even writing your book?
Well, um, and putting the book together, let me see, when the Lord woke me up to my I should say to my a spiritual calling.
Hmm.
You know, I was already a believer, a Christian believer. Okay.
Okay.
So a lot of this information I got from the Bible, which when God opened up my understanding, then it was like a lot of stuff just started falling into place.
Yes.
And then he allowed me to find pictures, and then I was like, okay, well, I got this information and I got these pictures, and I was talking to my mom, and she was like, and she's a historian herself,
Okay.
she makes things look very easy. She put together our okay, we have family reunions, and before COVID, we
Mhm.
had them every year, right? So she put a book together of our family history, our roots, and she started from this one matriarch and build everything down from her. And she came from a plantation. This matriarch came
Wow.
from the plantation, so she dated us all the way back to a plantation in North Carolina.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So and then she had all these family members, and she told about each of our families. Now, I thought that was pretty intense, but she made it
Yes.
look very easy.
Yes. Yes. And I'm pretty sure that everybody that tried to walk in her footsteps afterwards was like, okay, I don't know how she carried this weight.
At all. Because every year, like I said, before COVID, we would do a family reunion in a different state, mind you.
Okay.
So every 5 years, it would either come to Chicago, because that's where we started it,
Mhm.
or it would go back to Memphis, but everywhere else, everybody else would get a turn. But every 5 years, it's going to either be here or be in Memphis. So when it came here, I volunteered to, do it, and I had to put my team together.
Mhm.
So I thought myself gonna make a family tree, cut out a tree, have some branches, and
Right.
then make up some leaves and try to put everybody on this tree. And I'm like, oh, she knew what she was doing, but with me, it was like, okay, well, where did this one go? Where did that? So I had to have her help on on that, because it was like,
Yeah,
okay,
no, that
she
is
made that
good.
look easy, but
Yes, yes. And you also have some artistry in your background. Where did that come from?
the picture in my background.
Yes.
Oh, actually, that I bought that picture,
That's
and
beautiful though.
it is. She is a beautiful queen, isn't she? And when
Yes,
I saw her, I
yes.
had to have her, and I'm like, she's coming home with me. So
Ah,
actually, it came from a regular furniture store. So,
okay,
hmm
okay. And you
so
are an artist yourself, correct?
um,
You had
well,
something. You had some kind of music in your background somewhere
oh yes,
at
yes,
some
yes, that
point.
kind of artist. I thought you were talking about,
Oh,
drawing
music,
and
music
painting
artist.
and yes, artist comes in many forms. You're right. So yes, I have music. I put together, as a part of me finding our identity. This music came about as well. So I have one that I sing a lot, which is Selah. And you saw the picture where I was on there with my son and with with
Yes.
Kanye West, right? Okay. So anyway, Ye bought my book, but Ye was on an agenda. He had his own agenda. Okay. His
Okay.
what do you call it when he's running for president? Politics. He was on his
Oh,
own political agenda. So my book had something in there about Donald Trump, and he would not promote it because, at the time I didn't know when I wrote the book, I didn't know that he and Donald Trump were, like buddies, best
okay.
buds.
Okay.
So, well, anyway, my book didn't get promoted, but he had a song called Selah, and
Mhm.
I recommended the name, but I I saw he didn't really go where I thought he should go with that song. So I produced a song called Selah, which is about
Okay.
our identity, about us, you know, um, eventually leaving all the places we're scattered, to go back to our own homeland, and how we're going to rise one day from the conditions that we're all in right now. So I mean, all of this is in the Bible. It comes from the Bible, and and pretty much all of my, I have a 10 track CD, and it's pretty much about us, our stolen history, And I have one called Black Queens, and that's a beautiful song about us Black ladies,
Yes.
and pretty much, and one called Time to Go,
Okay.
and Skyline, Time to Go are my two singles, and the rest are part of my 10-track CD.
Okay, okay. We're
Yeah,
gonna have to definitely check that out. I want to say a
definitely.
special hello to Mr. Sherman Sherwood, honey. He has a whole lot to say on this evening. Sherman, hello and welcome, welcome, welcome to our show. And also Nikki Lucas at New Netcast News. Hello, hello, Nikki. And hoping that you guys are enjoying our stories this evening. I know that we're used to having a whole lot of everybody on the platform. Everybody is in transit coming in, honey, from the east, west, north, and south. You know, we have I said it. He's definitely in our background controlling the board. But Mimie Acosta is here making it happen. And I have the beautiful Empress Sharon in the building. And she's talking to us about all kinds of good nuggets, honey. So at the end of the day, get your pen and your paper out because you just never know what you're going to hear. You might need Miss Sharon for some kind of business if you're out there in the Chicago area.
Yes.
Yes,
And hi, everyone.
yes, 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 yes. So tell us a little bit more. Do you have your book in stores or what's going on with that?
My book is on Amazon. It's
Okay.
wherever you can buy books. That's where my book is. I have a publisher who, has pretty much put my book in a lot of different places. So,
Okay.
and I also have a website, Empress Sharon
Okay.
.com, where you can find all of everything that I have, music, book, and I'm about to produce another book, another picture book, you know. And this time I'm going to put the kings, the Black kings and queens, and even the princes and princesses, and even the people of royalty with their castles and their coats of arms. Did you know we had coats of arms?
No.
European. We ran Europe, Great Britain, and
Yes.
Russia.
Yes. You have that information in your
I
storybooks
do.
as well.
I do.
I
I
am
do.
loving that.
And do you know that over in Russia, Putin has this museum that have a lot of our Black images over there, the icons, the Black icons,
Uh-huh.
the Eastern Orthodox icons.
Okay.
So I mean, we have a lot of information all over this world, all types of
Yes.
museums where our people do. And there's a museum right here in Chicago, on the University of Illinois, the University of Chicago campus in Hyde Park on 59th Street.
Okay.
And it's called the Oriental Arts Museum.
Uh-huh.
And it has stone carvings, archaeological finds,
Okay.
where there's stone carvings of people of what they call the Middle East,
Uh-huh.
but they're still Africa,
Right. Yes,
uh,
of course.
and they bought the stone carvings from Egypt, those sarcophagus and all of that. They bought all of that over here and they put it in this museum. And if you look at Psalms 83, it tells you about all the nations that surrounded us as a people group and
Mm-hmm.
how they got together to erase our name from the land. all of
Yes.
those all of those people are in that museum.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we have so much history. We don't even know this is our history, you know?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And
So,
we and you know what? Look, the lack of knowledge.
so I'm one to, let everybody know,
Educate.
shout it out from the rooftop,
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Especially these little ones coming up. They need to know. And you know what? There is so much truth to it. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they take that truth and instead of doing the right thing with it, because they're thinking that they're still carrying that cross, you
Mm-hmm.
know, they do different things, and before you know it, they put themselves in a position that they don't want to be it just because they're thinking that they're still in that mentality back there, which really and truly is really for knowledge of the what not to do or what to do or what you have rights to.
Most definitely. So, I mean, I my name also is Mother to Israel. And, a part of my assignment is to help wake us up, wake up,
Yes.
y'all, wake up. It's time, it's time. And then as we see, you know that we paid a 400-year penalty, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, and that 400 years was up in 2019.
Yes.
So, Donald Trump signed HR 1242, into law, stating that, our accomplishments for being here for 400 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's Genesis 15:13 through 14, which confirms the 400 years. Okay.
Right.
And people like to say, oh, no, that's the 430 years. No, that's back in Exodus. Come on to the end times, because, see, we're supposed to be in a position where, Yahweh, which is God, has to release us from,
Right.
so that's the 400 years.
Yes.
And that's why things look so strange. The world looks so strange. We have more hurricanes and more, weather. The weather cycle is like it is, because if you read in Genesis 15 and 14, it tells you, he said he's going to visit those who put his children in bondage,
Right.
And when he bring us out, we're gonna come out with great substance, which means we're gonna strip these Egyptians a second time. Okay, but in our
Yes.
lifetime.
Right. Exactly. See,
Mhm,
that's what I see. I'm loving this already. All about
mhm.
the nuggets. Thank you, Miss Sharon.
And it
Awesome.
definitely, I can tell you about us, about our
Yes.
history before 1619.
Right. As
Yes,
you should.
ma'am.
As you should.
Hmm.
So I'm really loving that. So you've got your book, you've got your music,
Yes.
okay? You've got your education and all that knowledge, all that history. I am loving that. And
Yes,
then you
ma'am.
got some podcasts that you're out there doing as well, right?
Yes, every Monday at 12 noon, I do a podcast, and I'm on YouTube under the same name, Empress Sharon. Um,
Okay.
you can just Google my name and you can find where I am and what I do.
Yeah, that's exactly what I say all the time. I say, look, if you
Hmm.
Google Mimie Acosta, you're gonna definitely find me because I do a
Definitely.
little bit of everything in the entertainment industry. So my thing is, look, if you got a question or you need something, just get at me and let's talk about it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, but I thank you very much for being on here with me, sharing this moment with us. You know, there is so much information out here for us people. So at the end of the day, just stick it out with us. I know that we definitely got to pay some bills. So
Okay.
I'm going to give Isaidit Management the opportunity to just go on and let's see who our sponsors are and pay some bills. So we will be right back in a few.
And I appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mr. Isaidit, you can take it away. And maybe he's not. And it's okay. Yes. Okay. So you know what? Since he did not take it away, I'm going to take up a little bit of time because I see that Missy Van Horn has something to say. Welcome. Welcome. Let's see. The deepest well in Yemen will come a fire line of blue angels. Sephardim and Lion tribe, they will circle the world. Okay. They consume
Hmm.
red horn human. All righty. And look, Miss Sharon, I know you might have something to say about that.
Oh, all I can tell you is what was written in the Bible. I'm gonna tell you something. People don't look at it as if we have an enemy in the world, one
Yes.
who stands against our Heavenly Father. Okay, this is
Yes.
about a spiritual fight. Okay, like we have a spiritual part of us that only we really know about is when a time of death, when our
Right.
spirit departs from the body, or if you're into that part of your life where you're learning about the spiritual side, it's kind of like dealing with magic, you know, and then it can get you in trouble if you don't know what you're doing. And if you're going in that realm without a covering, you need a spiritual covering.
Yes.
Yes, so I like I say, I pull all my information from the Bible, and from the apocryphal books, because that's the missing part of the Bible that tells the backstory to the biblical stories that we did grow up learning.
Right.
So yeah, um, I can kind of concur with what she's saying though.
Yes. See, and she's asking, she's like, is this true?
Well, I mean, she said it's a deep well in Yemen, right?
She said the deepest well in Yemen will come a fire line of blue angels. Sephardim, my lion tribe, they will circle the world. And it said
Okay.
they, and then she says they consume red horn human.
Now I don't understand about the red horn human. But as far as those angels, I know that angels, we know angels come from above. Now there are angels in the earth, but there are fallen angels. And all I can tell you about that is what the scripture says is that those angels, some of those angels are allowed to inhabit people, just like we're medicating, people who are going off doing crazy things like killing people with schizophrenic. Those are demons. What Yahshua, who is Jesus, used to lay hands and get rid of those demons back in the day. Expel demons, by laying on the hands. But it's like we don't do that nowadays. We medicate demons.
Right.
We don't look at it the same way as it was back in the day. So I'm sorry, I can't answer her question all the way, because if it doesn't come from the Bible, I can't add nor take away,
Yeah, and everyone have their own understanding and their own, to what's real or what's not, or what's true or what's false. Like, you might say, yes, this is true, and then she might read something else and be like, oh, well, no, but I mean, and everyone has their views and opinions and understandings of it. And that's like the one thing, like politics and the religion is kind of like the two things that I don't go back and forth about, because everyone have their own understanding of what's right because of how they grew up and what they learned growing up. And some people kind of like release everything that they've learned, because sometimes what you learn is really not what is.
Right. But see, what was taught is what's not, what is going to happen with us as a people. It's taught that God loves everybody in the earth. Everybody is God's children. But you got to remember, you got an enemy in this world, and he has his children. And they dress in wolves and sheep clothing, and you could tell them by their fruit, by their actions, who they truly are.
Yes.
If they're not there to help, if they're not building you up, if they're not encouraging you, if they're not doing something, to help you along the way, you already know they're from Satan's camp, the enemy's camp.
Yep. And he was an angel too.
He sure was, and he failed.
Exactly. He was surely casted. So at the end of the day, that's why it's so easy for so many people to be fooled.
Right. And then see, they don't understand that he's the one guiding everything right now. He's the little God of this earth.
Yes.
So we're in his time dimension right now, which is about to come to an end,
Yes.
Yeah. That's why things are looking so crazy.
Yeah, and it's like, look, all prayers to all those that are going through something, because we are all going through one thing or another. But what people need to be careful of is the pills that they're popping as a result of everything that we're all going through.
Self-medicate.
Instead of getting one thing, you get another, and sometimes you take one thing for one thing and you end up with something else.
Yes, definitely. You get in deeper than where you started. Yes.
Exactly.
And no self-medicating, because that can only make, like you say, make things worse.
Right.
But about the river Euphrates, how that's drying up, right?
Yes.
And when it dries up, then the 4 angels that are there are supposed to be released, and more killing is supposed to be happening. Now look at how many people have been killed, either with school shootings or killings on the job, or in domestic situations. Just all types of things going on now. As a result of these being the end times, and what the scripture said was going to happen is happening now.
Right. Yes. 69mega.com. Have a good time and find your love. Okay, well, thank you very much. Oh, we needed that. We always need those good messages. Okay, Miss Van Horn has a lot to say now. Okay, she said, life is A sparkle of conscious fire bound to mortality. We are given a teaspoon of conscious sand in an hourglass of our impending death, and we see it each second of life. You lose 1 grain of consciousness. Life is perceived as a sequence of tiny life deaths. You are alive only in the instanta. Okay, sensicine. I term sequencing. Okay, the dog is in ignorance. Okay, that's a whole lot. She just took me off. She just took me off of the whole. Look, one thing went up, and I'm just like, are we somewhere else that we ain't got no business being? Is it ignorance is bliss? Okay, pure subconscious, driven by instincts, not plagued with conscious fire. We are falling consciously down towards the earth. Okay, well, honey, I don't know about all that. This is what I am gonna say about that. I am standing on earth, so
Yeah.
I think the gravity has me exactly where I need to be for right now. And when that day comes, whatever happens just happens. And we don't know the truth or the false in any of this. But yeah. Yes, sir.
Wow.
We took it through that. We took that on. We took that on. I said it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Nikki Lucas said great conversation. Thank you, sweetie.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
hear you right now this second. Hello there.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, hey, I'm so sorry that I'm late, everyone. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Miss Sharon, being able to make the show. Mimie, of course, thank you always for being here and having my back like always. You know, I'm stuck at Union Station right now. I'm trying to get back home to my destination, and trains was delayed and
Okay.
everything. I didn't supposed to be like right here and trying to do the show, but you know, that's what life brings sometimes. You know, you just gotta adjust. But you know,
I did
pertaining
said
to the
it. I did
topic,
said it. Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah. So real quick, you know, haven't been able to really tune in. I apologize for everybody that's been leaving great comments. I don't, you know, I can't read everything, and I'm sorry I wasn't able to bring everything up on the screen.
That's okay. I've been
I'm
reading everything. It's okay.
okay, great. Yeah, but I'm you know, and you know, in reference to someone saying, you know, in reference to like celebrities and stuff like that, you know, the things for you do, you know, maybe y'all need to Google us if y'all don't think that we any of the people on the screen is a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all need to go to Google and do your research. Like don't ever question, you know what I'm saying, what we doing over here, because what we doing is really powerful. All of us have been in this game for, you know what I'm saying, Mimie herself over 30 years, myself over 20 years. Miss Sharon's been doing her thing for quite a long time. And the other guests, you know me, that wasn't able to make it to the show right now, they are true legends as well. So, you know what I mean? There's no need to ever question that. But now pertaining to the, you know, the question of the day, you know what I mean, the topic, which is, you know,
Making
man,
it look easy. Making it look easy when
it,
really our jobs are super hard.
yes, that
What
way.
do you have
And
to say
happy,
about that? You know what? You have a whole lot to say right now about that. So come on in with yours.
yeah. So I'm just gonna go off top of the head like always. You know, I never write this down. It's just, you know, I just go with what I feel. But you know, just again, trying to just always trying to make this thing look easy. You know, we have a lot of difficulties in life. You know, it's always obstacles. But you know, you just have to draw and lean on God. You know, first of all, that's first of all, just always lean on God, and just, you know, by making things look easy. That's the whole point. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't never want to show a person when you're in pain, like they say. You never want to show a person when you're down and feeling really depressed, because people are, you know, they'll step on you while you're down. Sometimes they'll kick you while you're down. Unfortunately, you know, people sometimes don't want to help you up. You know, they just walk past you. Especially, you know, I'm just gonna name out some places like New York. New York, someone could be getting robbed and somebody just like walk right past you as if, you know, people don't have any humanity. So sometimes you just have to, you know, continue to just be yourself and just roll with the punches, and that's what we do. And we roll with the punches, and you know, we get knocked down sometimes, but we don't have to show you that we're knocked down. We don't have to show you that we're depressed, and that's how we just move. And that's what makes us so great at what we do, because you know we are able to adjust on the fly, and that's what I'm doing right now. Like I was just standing like the longest line ever just to be able to get a ticket that I already paid for, which took 2 seconds, but I had to stand in line for like 30 minutes for something that only takes 2 seconds. But I'm still coming with the energy, you know what I'm saying? I'm just still enthusiastic, just happy to still be here. And
Yes.
man, you know, I don't want to take up too much more of the time, but yeah, thank you so much, you know, Miss Sharon, for being here today. Thank you, Mimie, for holding it down. I already know it was a great show. I got to go back and, you know, saying appreciate everything that was said. Again, thank you for everyone left the comments and stuff. Um, Ashley, she was having some technical difficulties. She couldn't make it. Dean as well was having some technical difficulties. I apologize. But I'm gonna pass the mic back to you, Mimi.
Okay,
While I
and
got some
look,
time.
yes, and I know that we don't have a whole lot of time as far as the platform is concerned, but we definitely had great conversations, Miss Sharon and I thank you so much for even starting the show from the challenges that you're going through.
He made, I said it made it look very easy
Very.
with getting, yes, with the challenges he had, getting to the place where he is right now. You made that look very easy.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying all the time.
Yes. So thank you so much. So I don't know how much more time that we do have. I know that he is on his end making it happen, and I don't know how much he can hear of us. I know that we were supposed to pay some bills, and I don't know if the bills are gonna be paid, but we're gonna have to pay them regardless at some point. Okay, let me see. And he is tuning in again. There you go. Can you hear us?
Yeah, it's so hard for me to hear. I got my earphones in, but it's super, super loud. It's super
Yeah,
loud
I'm
where I
feeling
am right now. But
I'm
I'm
feeling
trying
like
my
we're in
best to try
we're
to
in Fox
hear.
Chicago. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a hole right now. But yeah,
No, it's okay.
yeah. But man, I just want to say real quick, Mimi, it's been such an honor to be able to, host a show with you this year. It all
Thank
started from,
you.
after I had that terrible accident in January, and then we kicked it off and started the show in February. And we've been going hard ever since. We missed the Thanksgiving show, but outside of that, we've done, what is that? Like 9 episodes or something like that, 10 episodes. I
Right.
can't count right now.
Something like that.
But yeah, we done a lot of great episodes. Thank you again. Salute to everybody that's been a guest on here. I can't name everybody's name right now. I don't forget. But man, we've had some legends, some icons on here too. You know what I'm saying? Man, this has been a great experience, and I'm great that Miss Sharon is end of the year with us. Miss Empress Sharon is our last guest. That's here live with us, and man, it's an honor because me and Sharon, we go back as well, and we have so much history, and we've done so many things together from networking. And, I mean, you all saw the clip. Y'all saw the slideshow at the beginning, so Miss Sharon is a so man.
Okay, I think he is breaking up a little bit.
But yeah, I just want to say, thank you, Mimi, again for just being on the show, being a part, always having my back. I'm grateful. You already know this is the square table. I look forward to bringing you all more of the square table very soon, 2023. But as for yeah, y'all see what I'm going through.
Yes.
Yeah, so but yeah, so I'm sorry. So Miss Sharon, thank you again for everything that you do for me. And I love you too. And man, thank you for having my back and all the great interviews we've done together and all the, not knowing what 2023 gonna bring. I expect nothing but more greatness, but we never know what God has planned for any of us. So I just want to make sure I remind you that I love you. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Happy New Year to you. And man, just safe travels to you too as well, Mimi. I love you.
Thank
Be
you.
safe.
Love you
Enjoy your
too.
new year. And Again, Happy New Year to everyone that came in to join us today for this show. I apologize, for my environment, the loud environment. I'm not being able to be as professional as I would like to be right now, but what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm adjusting because that's what we do. We adjust.
That's right.
But
Well,
yeah.
thank you so much. I said it for even having me on, for even thinking about me. So thank you for giving
Oh
me
no,
this opportunity.
absolutely. I got you all the time.
Yes,
All
and
right.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much, Miss Sharon, and I've learned so much from you. And I look forward to actually doing another. We're gonna definitely do a redo on this right here.
Yes. All right.
Because I know I said it. I said it's not gonna have it any other way. He's gonna definitely bring you back on so we can really finish this conversation and do another show. So I look forward to seeing you and working with you and meeting you perhaps at some point in Chicago next year.
Yes. And by that time, my second book will be ready.
Yes.
Oh, hold on.
Yes.
I'm not trying to share this comment. It's too long. It covers the whole screen. But
Yeah.
thank you, Missy, for the comment.
Yes. yes, definitely. Oh yeah, she's been in tune with us tonight. We've been back and forth. She's awesome. Thank you
Yes.
very much, Miss Missy Van Horn, for your comments.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, man, take care, everyone. Saying please have a safe New Year, safe travels again to you all. I love you
Definitely.
all, man. Make sure y'all continue to tune in to Isaidit Management, all of my programming. We got some new magazines coming for the future, 2023. I'm about to drop this the last magazine of the year. Man, there's just a lot. There's a lot going on. Mimie has 100 million things that she's got going on as well. So make sure y'all keep up with M.I.A. Entertainment Group like all the
Yes.
time, and make sure y'all support and buy Miss Empress Sharon's book, Trees of Righteousness. You already know why, because I said it.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you so much. But yeah, thank you for your time. I got to tune out, but if anything you like to say, but I got to move around.
I know you have to. I know you have to. So I said it. Thank you very much for a wonderful year. You're my guy. So all I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna keep it too long. You already know. I'm not trying to get emotional. Thank you so much for bringing me on board, and I look forward to doing many more shows with you and many more events and whatever it is you have going on. You already know. All you have to do is just reach out to me. So one love and God bless. Be safe and all the best for the new year.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you. I appreciate you.
This is
Yes.
his call. Are
Happy
you being
New
called?
Year.
Are you being called?
It's time. We got to move. We in line. We in a line right now. It's like a lunch line.
Well, you can take
But
it
yeah,
away.
take care. I love you. All right.
And it was so nice meeting you, Mimie.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank
Take
you,
it
Miss
away.
Sharon. And man, real quick, Miss Sharon, please tell them again. Yeah, how they can support you real quick as we end the show.
Oh, my website, www.sharon I'm sorry, www.empressemsharon.com. That's my website. And then YouTube, same name, Empress EM Sharon.
Okay, great. Make sure y'all go and follow her. And again, Mimie, how can they support what you're doing?
They can follow me at M.I.A. Entertainment Group on Instagram, or you can Google Mimie Acosta, Mimie, last name Acosta, ACOSTA, and just reach out to me.
Great, absolutely. Y'all already know, all you gotta do is just subscribe to my channel. You'll be able to keep up with all the programming. You know what I mean? Again, shout out also to Life and Entertainment, where a lot of my programming is seen as well.
Yes.
So shout out to Gina Hills out there in Memphis holding it down. Appreciate everyone. I love you all. Be safe. Make sure y'all download the XOD network as well.
All right.
All right. I'm going. I got to go. But we're about to play this video as we close out.
Go ahead. Take it easy.
All right. Peace. I can't even hold up my finger. My hand's sad.
Go.
All right. Peace to you.
Peace.
Peace. See you. So is that it?
Yeah, that is it for us. He's going to close out in a second by playing our video, but it was so sweet working with you and talking to you.
You also, and I will be better prepared next time.
No, we were good.
All right.
We were great, actually. Great is the word for the new year.
Good. Okay.
Great. Yes. Yes.
All right. Thank you, sir.